football.
Go announcers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of high school football. You are tuned in to Comcast Channel 28, Verizon Channel 29, or our NPTV YouTube live stream. I'm Jamie King, along with Mr. Ryan Van Dame here, calling tonight's matchup between your North Penn Knights and the CB West Bucks. Tonight is the fifth game of the 2022 season for the Knights, coming off of an exciting overtime win over Neshaminy last week. It's a brisk 60 degrees tonight with some strong winds on the field. How are you tonight, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm doing great tonight. Tonight is actually North Penn's homecoming game. And in the stands, there are plenty of students wearing their homecoming t-shirts representing their school. It's going to be a neon night tonight, so all the students are repping the school spirit. All the students are patiently waiting for the announcement of the homecoming king and queen at halftime and who's going to represent their school for the rest of the year. It's going to be pretty exciting.
You guys got nothing.
Your attention, please, with Matthias Mushi. Please report to the press
Tonight's
box.
lineup, starting for North Penn offense. At left tackle, Makai Green, number 77. At left guard, Trey Anderson, number 57. Center, Evan Schwab, number 72. Right guard is going to be Aiden Qualit, number 51. Right tackle is going to be Ramir Gray, number 54. For the special team players, tight end, Bobby Hill, number 3. Wide receiver, Yazid Haynes, Georgia commit, number 23. Wide receiver, junior Rashad McNeil, number 2. Fullback, Makai Cuffey at number 6. Running back, Amir Major, 22. And quarterback, Ryan Zelt, number 18. The kicker tonight for the North Penn Knights is going to be Ryan Bachlet, number 39. And Luke Smeltzer going to be making an appearance punting at number 8. The defense, Aiden Eves, going to be number 17, filling in for Kevin Palnall after knee injury last week. Dylan Hastings is going to be at defensive tackle. At the other defensive tackle on the other side of the ball is Aiden Quallen.
Number 32,
Getting ready for kickoff here at North Penn. CB West kicks off to North Penn. North Penn has blockers. Going up the side of the field. Stop just short of the 30.
Kick return
number 21, Mo Segro.
20-yard return, first down and 10 for the Knights. Starting on offense for North Penn this evening, at left tackle, Makai Green. The right tackle is Ramir Gray. Left guard, Trey Anderson. Right guard,
North Penn's putting their offense on the field to look to make the first drive of the game, hoping for a North Penn touchdown.
And Rashad McNeil. The back is Makai Cuffey. Running back, Amir Major. And the quarterback is Ryan Zelt.
North Penn lining up in the slot. Hands off to number 6, Makai Cuffey, for a gain of about 1 yard. Are you excited for tonight's game, Jamie?
I definitely am, Ryan. I'm looking forward to see some really great performances from a couple of key players. Last week was a really exciting win, and I'm excited to see how people deliver tonight.
Second down and 7 for the Knights.
North Penn putting their offense back up on the field, hoping for a few more yards this drive. Ryan's out, rolling out, looking for a pass. An incomplete pass, number 6, Makai Cuffey.
Incomplete, intended for number 6, Makai Cuffey. Third down and 7 for North Penn from the 32.
North Penn's lining up for third down and 7 here at Crawford Stadium. Looking to get a first down. The first down of the night. North Penn stacked on the right side of the field. Ryan's out, number 18 looking for a pass. Completion to number 5, Luke Cody. Taken down just shy of the 50-yard line. That is good for one North Penn first down.
Is complete to number 5, Luke Cody. Tackled by number 13, Sean Blue. Gain of 15 yards, good for the North Penn first down.
Lining up again, looking for another first down in this drive. There's 2 running backs in the backfield. Ryan's out, looking for a pass. He passes it. Number 2, Rashad McNeil comes down with the ball just shy of the 35-yard line. They are now in CB West territory. Jamie, how do you think the passing game is going to play out tonight? Do you think they're going to be a more Run-heavy offense or pass-heavy offense?
Well, so far, Ryan, I've seen that CB hasn't been giving them very much pressure when it comes to defending these passes. It seems like the North Penn players have had pretty decent amount of time in order to make their catch, and we'll just have to see if they continue to press into their territory.
North Penn's got 2 running backs in the backfield again. Looks like it's going to be a handoff to number 22, Amir Major, going up. He's down with the ball.
North Penn carried by number 22, Amir Major.
Looks like North Penn's going to keep the ball. And Amir Major got it completion, good for 5 yards.
From the 33.
Last week, it looked like some key part of the North Penn offense on the line got hurt, number 55. Can you tell me a little bit about that, Jamie?
Well, yes, actually. The North Penn player, Kevin Pownell, suffered a severe knee injury and is unfortunately not playing tonight.
Jay Ford King just got a handoff, good for about 2 yards. They're at 3rd and 4 yards now. They're looking to get that first down conversion.
Down and 4 for the Knights from the 31.
Ryan's out sending his offense once again to face a CB West defense. They have a lot of options on the line. Ryan's out, back to drop, passes it for a short pass to number 22, Amir Major. 23, Yazid Haynes. Yazid Haynes is actually a Georgia commit. What do you think about that, Jamie?
Well, you know, some athletes, they've got some talent, and you know, if they get their look, you know, they can really make some things happen in the college scene.
Yeah, I heard Yazid Haynes actually got here this year, and he's changing up the North Penn offense quite a bit. He's actually quite an offensive threat for North Penn, and he also does play both sides of the ball. Ryan's got options here as he has receivers on the line and in the backfield. Let's see what North Penn does with this lineup. Does a short pass, number 23, Yazid Haynes. He has blockers, and he keeps going, taking down about the 20-yard line. North Penn's going to be about 2nd and 5.
Number 10, Cooper Keller with the tackle for the Bucks. Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 for the Knights from the 20.
Coach Dick Beck is making yet another appearance he's been at North Penn coaching forever. Right now he's leading his team for a record of 2 wins and 2 losses, and he's looking to get another win tonight. Ryan's out looking for the pass out wide, but he goes short, and number 6, Mekhi Cuffey, drops the pass.
Pass is incomplete.
See, Ryan's out did have pressure there that time by number 32,
3rd down
Matt
and
Cleland,
5
which
for
Matt
the
Cleland's
Knights
actually
from the 20.
a player to watch out for tonight on the CB West defense. What do you know about him?
Well, I'm sure that he's going to be posing a threat to North Penn, that's for sure.
Ryan's out under the center. Hands off to number 22, Amir Major, who gets taken down just shy about 1 yard gain.
North Penn carried by number 22, Amir Major. Gain of 1, 4th down and 4 for the Knights from the 19.
North Penn's offense is getting a few yards, but CB West has been slowing them down a bit more recently. But what do you think about North Penn continuing to move forward, even though CB West's offense or defense is getting warmed up now?
Well, North Penn hasn't taken any time off here. They're definitely coming out swinging. And as you can see, they've been pressuring their way into CB West's territory. So far, they've been shaking it up between passing and running it.
Hands off to number 6, Mekhi Cuffey, getting a big gain, going into North Penn's end zone. Touchdown, North Penn Knights. That's good for 6 points. Mekhi Cuffey's a huge part of North Penn's offense this year. He's filling in some big shoes for Kalani Ian, who played last year, and left a huge mark on North Penn football. That's the first touchdown of the night, and Ryan Bachwitz out there to kick the extra point. The kick is good. North Penn is now up 7-0 over the CB West Bucks. I'm sure CB West is not happy about that, so let's see what CB West does about that in return or in response to that first drive. Kai Tuffy, we see getting a lot of hype up from his team for just completing that amazing run through the CB West defense, finding the gap. We're going to see him a lot tonight. He's going to elevate the run game. North Penn huddling up to see what they're going to do for kickoff. In the backfield, kick returning for CB West is number 2, Connor McFadden, and number 4, Eli Bohm. They both have experience running the ball, and it's going to be an exciting return for CB West. And kicking off for North Penn is number 39, Ryan Bachlet. So, Jamie, Ryan Bachlet's actually a sophomore. What do you think about how promising his future career is as he's starting for North Penn at such a young age? He's going to be a 3-year starter. What do you think about that?
Well, I know from my soccer experience that he was on the soccer team and made a switch to football, but he seems to be quite the prolific football player, as a 56-yard field goal was kicked by him in practice.
That's pretty amazing. And we just saw his kicking skills there, kicking to about the 10-yard line where there was a turn by number 4, Eli Bohm, bringing it up to about the 24-yard line. Let's see how CB West offense swings out of the gate. At quarterback tonight for the CB West Bucks, we have number 3, Gans Cooper. He's going to be a 3-year starter, and right now he's only a junior, so he will be a 4-year starter by the end of his football career. Number 2 goes into motion. Number 3, hands off, down the middle for a gain about 1 yard.
Number 8, Vinny Cherubini with the carry for the Bucks.
CB West is 2nd and 8 right now. Let's see how North Penn defense locks him up and keeps him back tonight. Number 2 in motion again. Handoff again to number 4, Eli Bohm, who's making quite the yardage. He just passed the 40-yard line, got about a 15-yard gain.
Gain of 16, 1st and 10 for the Bucks from their own 41.
CB West is looking to keep pressuring North Penn tonight as they're about to enter into North Penn territory. How do you think North Penn's defense is going to respond to that run so early on in their offensive play?
Well, I got to say, I think that North Penn was pretty surprised by that. I feel like Eli Bohm is probably going to be a major player for CB West, especially with his strong run game. This time around, it looks like North Penn has calm that one down pretty quickly.
North Penn learned that they're going to continue to running that ball up the center, but we cannot forget about their star wide receiver, number 2, Connor McFadden, who is a deep threat. What do you think? How do you think they're going to respond to that if that does come up?
Well, I think that North Penn is strong in how that they respond to another team. That's what we saw last week with Neshaminy. They made some quick adjustments and were able to cut them out quickly. I feel like they're going to make the same kinds of adjustments for CB West tonight.
Looks like it's another handoff to number 4, Eli Bohm, right up the middle. And once again, North Penn responds to that play. Bring them back once again for a gain of about 2 yards.
Gain of 3.
North Penn's really responding to this offense. North Penn's coming out strong on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. Not giving CB West an inch.
CB West is 3rd and 6 right now, looking to get that conversion for first down and get into North Penn territory. Number 3, looking to run the ball up the sideline. He has plenty of space, and he's brought down by number
3, Gans Cooper with the keeper for CB West.
He was brought down by number 4, Xavier Bryan. Number 3 with a huge gain and brought the CB West Bucks into North Penn territory. Number 3 is actually their quarterback tonight, too. How do you think that versatility as a quarterback is going to play out tonight?
Well, it's very interesting. It's not often that you see somebody playing those two positions, considering that quarterback is already a very integral role to the team.
Number 2 going in motion once again. Looks like it's a handoff to number 4, getting a few yards, pushing North Penn's defense back for a total of 2 yards.
Number 4, Eli Bone with the carry for CD West. Gain of 4. Second down and 6 for CD West from the 44.
Number 2 going in motion again to the other side of the field. Number 4 grabs the ball. He's finding gaps, but he's brought back by number 4, Xavier Bryan, yet again. Eli Bohm looks to be coming out of the gate strong as for the running game, as we've seen very little passes, if at all none. What do you think about number 4 just continuing to run this ball? Do you think that's going to take away on him throughout the game?
Well, some people, they just don't quit. But if North Penn is able to lock him up the way that they have so far, we'll have to see.
It's 3rd and short here for CB West. They're looking to get yet another first down. Let's see how CB West plays out this. Looks like they're going to run number 4 yet again, which is going to be shut down right up the middle. But it is good for a CB West first down.
Gain of 4, first and 10 for the Bucks from the 26.
Number 3, Gans Cooper is doing a great job setting the example for his team, not only being a quarterback, which is a huge part of the team, but also running the ball and getting quite a big gain for CB West throughout this drive. Let's see how he continues to be an athlete throughout this play. Handing off to number 4 yet again. Eli Bone gets another big gain. CB West is now 2nd and 7.
Gain of 4, second down and 6 for the Bucks from the 22.
We're now seeing the clock wind down on this first quarter, and CB West taking their time to strategize a bit so that they don't waste a single second.
We have motion to the backfield once again by CB West. They hand it off to number 4 yet again, who meets the linebacker and gets tackled shy of the 10-yard line. Tackled once again by number 4, Xavier Bryan. Xavier Bryan's looking to be quite a strong part of North Penn's defense tonight, as he's made several tackles and several stops on this Eli Bone. What do you think about Xavier Bryan being such a strong player on this defense?
Well, so far he's been delivering on defense, and Eli Bohm has been, slipping through every so often, but overall North Penn has been holding them.
CB West lines up once again to meet the North Penn Knights in the red zone here at Crawford Stadium. Number 2 in motion. Number 4 grabs the ball again. They continue to have blocks downfield while they are brought short at the 5-yard line.
Eli Bone with the carry. North Penn tackle by number 82, Dylan Hastings. Gain of 3, second down and 7 for the Bucks from the 9.
CB West is strategizing how to get that first touchdown of the night here as they are 2nd down and 7. CB West is yet to pass the ball, so let's see if they are going to take the risk and try to get a deep ball into the back of the end zone, or if they're going to keep running it up the middle and keep the ball on the ground. They're looking for the pass. He has pressure, and he comes down.
Gans Cooper with the keeper for the Bucks. North Penn tackle by number 13, Connor Adams. Loss of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 9 for CB West. And that is the end of the first quarter here at Crawford Stadium. With the score, North Penn 7, CB West nothing. Fans, we have a special announcement tonight from the Mixie Chicks, a small local business owned by 3 of our very own North Penn families. 3 lucky people will get a free sleeve of Macron cookies tonight. So at this time, please open your game day programs to page 9. If you have a business card stapled to the Mixie Chicks,
that is good for the first quarter here at Crawford Stadium. CB West has yet to score the touchdown, but they're going to look to come out strong in the second quarter. They're in the red zone, and they're at 3rd and 9 right now. They're looking to either punch up the center or have that deep threat once again. What do you think about how the game's going so far, Jamie?
Well, so far, North Penn definitely did come out swinging, delivering 1 touchdown, and CB West, they didn't take kindly to that. They nearly responded with a touchdown of their own.
We've seen quite a few players coming out strong, especially out of the gate. Like number 4 on North Penn's defense, Xavier Bryant, just being such a strong part of the defense, making so many tackles and so many stops on number 4, Eli Bohm, who's yet another strong player of the game. Number 3 on CB West, the quarterback, is also quite a reliant player, as he's not only has good run game, but also just able to see the field quite well and hand off and pass when necessary. Number 3 looking to pass again with pressure from number 5, Luke Cody. And they continue to move up the ball, even though they have the pressure, for a gain of about 6 or 7 yards. Quite impressive by the quarterback. As we see here in the replay, number 3, even though he had that pressure, he's still moving up and still got the yardage.
First down and goal for the Bucks.
Here at Crawford Stadium, we're first down and goal for the CB West Bucks. They're about 2 yards to the end zone. Let's see if they can finish the play. Number 2 is going in motion once again. He's going wide, but that was just a distraction for number 8 up the middle. Vinny Chubarini.
That's a new name we haven't heard.
West. I'm excited to see how that plays out. We have not heard that name yet tonight. Let's see if we're gonna hear that name more as a special weapon almost. Kicking for CB West is number 23, Ryan Clemens, who just completed a kick, tying up the game for CB West. I'm sure North Penn's not happy about that. Let's see how they respond to that drive, that first drive from the CB Bucks. Looks like a pretty tight game so far, as early on they are tied up and nobody's pulled away yet. North Penn's looking to respond to that right off the kick return, as they're strategizing right now, talking to the coach, seeing what he has to offer them for this return. CB West is lining up to kick it off and see if they can make a early block and see if they can keep them within the 20-yard line. Kicking off for CB West is number 32, Matt Cleland, who's also the running back and middle linebacker if needed. It's a short kick to about the 30-yard line. It is dropped. There's a bit of confusion on the field as to what happened there. CB West recovers the ball off that kick return recovery. Looks like it was a bit of a chaotic call over there, as there was a bit of confusion on both sides of the ball, and that lasted a little longer than it should have. The officials tonight are speaking this over as to what happened, as to what they should rule on this going under further review. We do have CB West offense and North Penn defense coming out to the field. And it looks like the officials have come to a conclusion, talking to both coaches about what had happened. It looks like we're going to have another kickoff in the second quarter. Guess there's some confusion on the ball. What do you think happened there, Jamie?
Well, whatever it was, it looked like there was some sort of mental lapse with the North Penn team. And, we had to get the officials involved, but it seems like they have come to a ruling.
Let's see how number 7 and 21 react in the backfield if they do kick it deep this time. But that was a very interesting strategy, seeing them kick it towards the middle of the field and try to recover that.
The ruling on the field is a re-kick.
Every week there's something new. I mean, this week, re-kick, that's pretty interesting. Not seen that in a while. Number 32 lining up to kick again. Matt Cleland. CB West kicks it off again. And number 7 is looking to recover it. But North Penn actually fell on the ball just so we can't lose yards again. Number 36, Thomas Evans. North Penn's going to have the ball at about the 15-yard line. Let's see if North Penn can get out of that territory so close to their own end zone. Ryan's out looking to lead another successful drive for North Penn here tonight. He has 2 in the backfield and 2 out on the line. Let's see what he does with these options. He tosses it to number 2, Rashad McNeil, going upfield. He has space, and he's going out just shy of the 30-yard line. Good for a North Penn first down.
Rashad McNeil. Gain of 14 yards, good for a North Penn.
Rashad McNeil is an integral part of this offense, as he is only a junior, and he has been a 2-year starter. I'm excited to see how he does moving forward and into college, as his hands are solid. It's a handoff to number 22, Amir Major, with no gain on the play.
Number 22, Amir Major.
North Penn 2nd and 10, looking to get out of that.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 for the Knights from the 29.
CB West defense strategizing how to respond to North Penn's offense and keep them back where they are. Ryan's out, lines up under gun. Drops back with pressure. He throws the ball deep to number 23, Yazid Haynes, with a catch for North Penn at the 30-yard line, but there is flags on the play.
The pass from Ryan's out is complete to number 23, Yazid Haynes.
Yazid Haynes, number 23, coming out strong, as he is a Georgia commit. He's a 4-star receiver, and we just saw there on that play how amazing, how versatile he is. Once we see again just that deep ball thrown by Ryan Zelt, an amazing ball with the defender on the play.
That was certainly no small feat, Ryan.
Yeah. North Penn's offense continues to just show how versatile they are and how many different plays they're able to run. I think we can both agree that North Penn does not lack run or pass game.
Certainly not. You see, they continue to shake it up at every play, it seems.
1st down and 10 for the Knights from the 28-yard stripe.
Number 7, Jay Ford King, going in motion for North Penn. Ryan's out, drops back, takes the handoff, throws it once again to number 3, Bobby Hill, with an incomplete pass. And let's see if it's and not an interception by CB West, but that was very close. Do you think that kind of shook up North Penn a little bit?
Well, I definitely think they won't make that same mistake again. I think that CB West was hoping for the refs to maybe call that in their favor, but it didn't look like they got lucky on that one.
2nd down and 10 for the Knights from the 28.
Last year, North Penn lost several key players, Levi Carroll, Kalani Eaton. And how do you think they're responding this year with just filling in those gaps?
Well, it's hard with high school, Ryan. I mean, when people graduate, there's always those big shoes that need to be filled. And, you know, so far, we have seen a couple of players step up and fill those roles.
It's going to be a quick pass, number 2. Rashad McNeil dropping a player, and he's going to get stopped just shy of the 20-yard line for a big gain for North Penn.
Number 2, Rashad McNeil. Bucks tackle by number 1.
It's going to be 3rd and 6 here at Crawford Stadium.
Gain of 7 yards. 3rd down and 3 for the Knights from the 21.
North Penn lineup once again to try to just finish out this drive and get the touchdown.
Flag on the play.
Ball start by North Penn, pushing them back 5 yards.
5-yard penalty brings up 3rd down and 8 for North Penn from the 26.
Here we see CBUS defense awaiting the lineup for North Penn, ready to stop them once again. Let's see what North Penn does in response to that. They have 3 receivers wide. Reinzel dropping back, looking for the pass. Passes it. Middle of the field, number 21, Mo Scrow, with an incomplete pass.
That is incomplete.
We've not heard Mo's name a lot tonight, but as we've seen in the past few games, he's a crucial part of North Penn's offense and defense, as he's also a safety for North Penn. It's an exciting environment here at North Penn tonight, don't you think, Frank?
Absolutely. I mean, the energy is definitely high tonight. You know, these two teams have always had a pretty strong rivalry, and between that and these packed stands, I think that we've got ourselves a pretty exciting game of football ahead of us.
Reinzel dropping back, looking for a pass once again. To the middle of the field, to number 23, incomplete pass. There's a flag on the play for pass interference on defense.
There is a flag on the play.
Yaziz Hain, being the 4-star receiver he is, he knew he could have caught that, and he was pretty angry when he couldn't get his hands up for the ball due to the over coverage on defense. Official coming out to call the flag. The flag's actually going to be called holding on offense, but also pass interference on defense. So the flags are going to cancel out. The North Penn's going to stay 4th and 7 here at Crawford Stadium. Been quite a few flags here already tonight, as it's only the first half and we've had about 4 flags. What do you think about that, Jamie?
Well, I know that each team isn't very happy with the amount of flags that they've gotten so far, and I'm sure that they're going to make some adjustments, especially at halftime, to see if they can cut that out.
18 drawing back, looking for a pass once again. He has pressure by several defenders. He makes a short pass to number 2, Rashad McNeil, who could not seem to catch that ball. And that is a turnover on downs. CB Wessel going to come out, running off that defensive stop to make that to create the touchdown and come back to get the lead early on in the football game.
First down and 10 for the Bucks from the 26.
CB West with 2 backs in the backfield. Number 2 in motion once again. Hand off to number 4 up the middle, who trips and falls on the defensive line for a gain of 2 yards.
Gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 for the Bucks from the 29.
CB West lining up to take on North Penn once again. CB West has Several receivers stacked on the left side. They're running it up the left side of the ball. And it's a stop by North Penn with a gain of about 4 yards. They're calling that good for CB West first down.
Gain of 7 yards for the Bucks brings up first down and 10 for CB West.
About halfway through the second quarter here. And there's been quite a good defensive run for both teams. What do you think about that, Jamie?
Well, CB, as we can see now, are taking a moment to recollect and strategize a bit here and see how they're going to capitalize on this opportunity.
Number 2 in motion to the right side of the field. But they're going to hand it off to number 4, Eli Bohm, once again. And Eli Bohm makes it through the defensive line.
Number 4, Eli Bohm.
But they called the ball back with a gain of about 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 7 here at Crawford Stadium for the CB Bucks.
Gain of 2, second down and 8 for CB West. From the 38.
CB West lining up once again. Seen a lot of run games so far tonight. Do you think that we're going to see some passing by CB West tonight, Jamie?
Well, so far it seems like what's been working for CB West has been handing it off to their number 4, Eli Bohm. And unless North Penn starts to crack down on it, then I don't know. They might just stick with what's working.
They seem to favor punching it right up the middle, but North Penn's been adjusting quite a little bit since the beginning of the game, and they've been stopping it with only a gain of a few yards each time. Just as we saw there, CB West did it once again, running it up the middle, and it was a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. CB West has 2 in the backfield. Looking for the pass. Going to the right side of the field, deep ball to number 2 with a catch, but the catch is broken up by number 7, J. Ford King. Intended receiver number 2, Connor McFadden. Connor is a deep threat as he's performed quite well in the past 2 games for CB West.
Coming to the play by number 7, J. Ford King.
J. Ford King is quite a versatile part of North Penn's defense as well, and North Penn's team in general. J. Ford King has made several 100-yard touchdowns on kick return and just off interceptions as well, which brought North Penn back into the game last week against Neshaminy. Number 32 punting for CB West. And CB West is going to let it go and roll out of bounds at about the 18-yard line.
Matt Cleland's punt rolls out of bounds near the 20.
North Penn setting their offense onto the field, and CB West defense is coming out onto the field.
Fans, are you thirsty?
North Penn band coming out once again. North Penn is the national championship winning band, and we are excited to see them perform here today.
North Penn football game. So on the way home, swing by McAllister's, located at 810 Dickerson Road in North Wales. We thank McAllister's Brewery for their support of North Penn. 2
teams are lining up here once again at Crawford Stadium to meet each other. It was a run up the middle by number 6, Makai Cuffey, for a gain of about 2 yards.
Number 6, Makai Cuffey. Gain of 2, second down and 8 for the Knights. From the 22.
There's been a lot of movement here on the ball tonight, and several turnover on downs and punts that have been kicked. So not a lot of completed drives here tonight. What do you think about that, Jamie?
Well, I mean, it's been back and forth with these 2 teams. We've seen a lot of, people going for some pretty deep passes and not quite coming off, but speaking of which.
Just like this, the deep pass, but it's thrown out of bounds, unfortunately. Intended receiver, number 23, Yazid Haynes.
Third down and 8 for the Knights from the 22.
we've definitely seen a lot of risky plays, but, I mean, with those risky plays comes high rewards. We've seen that with the long completion to number 23 early on in the game, but also we've seen some incomplete plays like the last play by CB West on offense that made them have to punt it. North Penn lining up with a lot of receivers out in the backfield, looking to throw them off sides, and they completed that.
Flag on the play.
Defensive offsides, good for a North Penn foul.
Offsides against CB West. 5-yard penalty brings up 3rd down and 3 for the Knights. From the 27-yard line.
We've had a lot of flags in this first half, Jamie. Do you think the players are going to get to talk about this during halftime and try to clean that up during the second half?
Absolutely, Ryan. It's a big part of how you use your halftime as a team. You know, you got to make sure that you're using that time wisely to work out the kinks and, you know, hopefully cut down on some of these penalties that each team are giving up every so often.
We definitely saw that last week when North Penn took on the Chamonix. It was a close game all throughout the game. North Penn brought it back at the end of the game and won in overtime. It's definitely an exciting game to watch.
Kate Begley-Healy, class of 2003. Brandon Turner, class of 2006. Michael Willis, class of 2007. The Lifetime Achievement Award to Donnie Houston Murray, class of 1962. And also inducted this year, the 2012 and 2014 state champion girls water polo teams and the 2013 and 2015 state champion baseball teams.
CB West called a timeout just to regroup and see how they're going to stop North Penn on 3rd down.
7 p.m. right here in the North Penn High School auditorium. Third down and 3.
Teams are lining up to meet each other once again, with North Penn having several receiving options, but once again, there is one running back in the backfield to make a running play. Ryan Zelt drops back, looks for a pass to number 21, Mo Scrow, with another incomplete pass on the night, keeping North Penn at 4th and 3.
4th down and 3 for the Knights on the 27.
Looks like North Penn's taking off their quarterback, so they're going to put in number 8, Luke Smeltzer, to punt. Luke Smeltzer's a player to watch tonight, as he's not only a punter, but also playing on the defensive side of the ball at corner. North Penn's got a bit of a confusion on the line. As the clock's ticking down. With 6 seconds left to call the play, Luke Smeltzer's looking to receive the punt. Punt is hot up, and the punt is good for a gain of about a 40-yard punt.
Punt received by number 4, Eli Bohm.
Eli Bohm received the ball, placing CB West at the 35-yard line. We see yet another incomplete drive here tonight, Crawford Stadium. What do you think about this, Frank? About this, Jamie?
Well, I mean, there has been a couple of incompletions from both sides here, and I'm sure that each team isn't terribly happy about it. We're going to have to see how they adjust to, see if they can work that out.
Yeah, both teams kind of scored right off the bat in their first drives, tying up the game 7-7, and we are now seeing how strong defense is coming out and responding to both teams' offenses. Number 3 hands it off once again, but it is stopped shy with a gain of about 1 yard.
CB West carried by number 4, Eli Bohm. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8 for the Bucks. From their own 41.
CB West lining up once again, seeing if they could create an offensive play that's going to bring them downfield. CB West hands it off once again, and he's getting several yards as he's going to bring them closer to that 1st down. CB West is now 3rd and 2 here at Crawford Stadium.
Eli Bohm with the carry for the Bucks.
Eli Bohm continuing to be a strong part of the CB West offense, as we've seen him primarily run the ball with a few other players getting to move that ball forward. Jamie, do you think that with them running number 4 so much, do you think he's going to get tired out by the end of the game, allowing North Penn to just run over them on defense?
Well, everybody has to fatigue at some point, and with how much CB has been using him, it's safe to say that he might start to show some signs of fatigue, especially as we move later into the game.
And they continue to run that motion with number 2. And right there, they faked it off to him. And number 8 received the ball for CB West. Vinny Chirperini.
And 10 for the Bucks from the 50-yard line.
Number 3, the quarterback, Gans Cooper, is looking to inform his team how they're going to just move this ball forward against the North Penn defense, who's keeping them on their side of the field. There's a stop on the play.
Flag on the play. Penalty is delay of game against the Bucks. 5-yard penalty brings up first down and 15 for CB West from their own 45.
CB West got a 5-yard penalty for delay of game as they ran the play clock out, trying to figure out what they're going to do on offense. CB West is now first and 15. What do you think they're going to do to get out of this, Jamie?
Well, I'm sure that they aren't terribly happy about that penalty that they just received. You know, they're going to have to see if they can, respond to it.
Which it looks like North Penn caught what they're doing with number 4 running up the middle.
North Penn is starting to learn a bit about how they work with their run game.
Stopped it early. Let's see if CB West decides to take another attempt at passing the ball just to get yardage here. They are 2nd and 13. Here we see Gans Cooper telling the offense what's going to get them to that first down. CB West lined up in slot. Ball is back. Looking for the pass play on the left side field, but Gans Cooper's going to run the ball and falling short of the 10
Number 3, Gans
yard
Cooper with
line.
the keeper for CB West. Timeout, North Penn. Fans, don't forget to stick around for the halftime
CB West is now 3rd and 10 as North Penn called a timeout to try to stop this play early and get another touchdown before halftime. There's about a minute and a half left in the first half. What do we think is going on with the game? How do we think their teams are going to adjust over halftime to try to put themselves in the lead?
Well, I'm sure that both teams know that they're moving into the final stages of this half, and North Penn is especially looking for a chance to discuss and see if they're going to capitalize on these last few minutes that remain in the half. And they're also probably going to be brainstorming a bit about how they're going to adjust at halftime, considering it's not very far away.
Fans, we're still looking for the winners of
Looks like North Penn's ready to go after Coach Dick Beck just gave him the game plan. That is going to bring them to the second half.
Business cards stapled to the advertisement to claim your prize. Courtesy of the Mixie Chicks.
Both teams still have 2 timeouts left on the board. Let's see how they utilize those timeouts, if they even do, to give themselves the advantage in this game. CB West lining up very quickly. 1 in the backfield and several receivers out on the line. Back to pass the ball. Number 3 throws the ball deep to number 2. The completed pass with number 2, Connor McFadden, showing off that deep game we have. And that's going to place them just shy of the 10-yard line. That was a great utilization of that timeout by CB West. And that timeout was called by North Penn. I bet you Coach Beck is not very happy about that.
Certainly not. North Penn seems like they almost got caught on their heels there. CB has been primarily running through that number 4 player. But to see them complete a deep throw like that, I'm sure that North Penn is surprised.
CB West handed off once again, and that's going to be a short stop.
Bucks carry by number 4, Eli Bone.
With AB's number 17 filling in the shoes for number 55, Kevin Pownell this week, Do you think he's doing a good job just holding back and keeping pressure on that quarterback, as we've seen a lot of short stoppages here tonight?
Well, Kevin was a very big part of the team, and it's unfortunate that North Penn had to lose him for this game. But so far, it seems like the position has been filled pretty well.
Number 5, Luke Cody with the tackle for North Penn Knights.
Homecoming court about to hit the field.
We now,
See them at homecoming.
we now see our members of the homecoming court lining up, waiting for their ceremony.
We see that they're all a bit cold and nervous as they are shivering and shaking about who's going to win tonight, as they all are very excited to hear the nominees. SGA President Jack Bachman giving a friendly hello.
Just to keep in mind, you guys are going to stay on the air until we're ready for homecoming. So you need to talk about the first half, what North Penn's been doing, talk about today, talk about pep rally, talk about Channel 29 being here, talk about the tailgate party, but keep talking until we get started. You can still talk about the homecoming court passing games.
Homecoming court is now awaiting the nominations, as they all have their escorts and they're all getting ready to line up for the exciting announcement of which one of them won the nominations. After that timeout by CB West, we're now lining up to see how CB West is going to react and try to put themselves in the lead right before halftime. About 3 minutes left on the clock. Sorry, 31 seconds left on the clock. Dog pile at the 2 or 3 yard line.
Number 8, Vinny Cherubini with the carry for the Bucks. Timeout, CB West.
Yeah, another timeout by CB West. That's the last timeout of the half. So they better have used that well, because they have 25 seconds left in this ball game, and the ball is at the 2 yard line. So it's very exciting what we're going to watch. So they respond. It is also 3rd down. So what do we think they're going to do to just get that ball past that end zone?
Well, North Penn certainly has to know that there's only 25 seconds remaining in this half. And considering how close they are to their own end zone, they're going to be looking to lock this up and not give them even a single yard, because anything here could prove critical.
Coach Beck very passionate about how he's going to react to the situation, just with the low time. It's very close to being the 4th down, and it's almost the end of the first half. So he really wants his defense to make a stop here, so that CB West doesn't put themselves up right before the halftime. And here we see CB West coming onto the field to try to get that ball into the end zone. Let's see how they're going to do it. We've had a very strong run game tonight, but we've seen some pretty good passes by them, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Goal for the Bucks from the 2.
They have 2 receivers on the line to the left, 1 in the backfield. Number 2 goes in motion. Looks like they run the ball up the middle. Good for CB West. Touchdown right before halftime.
With the carry, touchdown, CB West.
Number 8, Vinny Cherubini with the carry for the touchdown for CB West. Right now they are up 13-7. Let's see how number 23, field goal kicker Ryan Clemens, reacts to this, to see if we can get them yet another point before halftime. Ball snapped. Kicks it. And the kick is good for yet another point
And
for
the
CB
extra
West.
point is good.
There's 21 seconds left here in the half. CB West is up 14-7, but we have seen North Penn make several kick returns. So do we think we're going to be able to see that yet again and see if North Penn can tie it up before halftime?
Well, it's always possible. Last week definitely taught me to expect the unexpected. And with only 21 seconds left, it's hard to say, but I'm sure that North Penn isn't very happy with how the last few seconds of this half have played out. I'm sure that they're going to try and do their best, but also look forward towards the second half to see what they're going to do.
North Penn special teams lining up again for this kick return, trying to respond to this. We have seen CB West do a short kick and try to recover it, though. So it's going to be very exciting to see what we do again. And it looks like CB West is favoring the left side of the field right here, the far side of the field. Let's see if they try to kick it towards that left side. You have in the back right now, returning for North Penn, number 23, Yazid Haynes, and number 7, Jay Ford King. Kick is up. It's going to be a squib kick to number. Looks like the kick was number 38. Once again, Thomas Evans. Once again, we're going to see a re-kick. This is very impressive, as I've not seen this in a while in a high school football game.
False start against CB West.
It was a false start against CB West. It's going to be bringing them back for a re-kick.
Bucks will move back.
That's going to bring them back
kick
5
from
yards. So they're not
35.
kicking out from the 35-yard line in their territory. Once again, they're favoring that far side of the field, but they're going to kick it deep this time. And they were not expecting it. Number 7 is going to try to react to that play. He's going to create a return, but he's going to be brought short of the 20-yard line. North Penn was not expecting that, as their deep kick return is brought up a little bit in order to help their players that are a bit short. How do you think that affected them? Do you think they would have done a bit better if they had the returners all the way back?
Well, I think that the returners almost overcompensated for how many yards they were taking back on that penalty false start. And I think that they were punished for it a little bit there.
I think it definitely caught them off guard that the kicker kicked it deep instead of trying to do an onside kick or some kind of kick recovery for their own team. North Penn's lining up on the ball at the 19-yard line here at Crawford Stadium with 17 seconds left in the first half. Let's see if North Penn's able to pull through and put themselves or tie themselves up before the half is over. North Penn has several receivers out. Zelt throws a short ball to number 2, Rashad McNeil, who's going to get a huge gain for a first down for North Penn.
Ryan Zelt's pass is complete to
Going out about the 35-yard line.
Steve Haynes. Gain of 12, good for a North Penn.
The receiver is number 23,
First
Yazid Haynes.
down. First and 10 for the Knights from the 31.
Ten seconds left on the clock. Let's see if North Penn's able to utilize that time and get a score here right before halftime. Pass number knocked out of bounds by CB West defense.
Ryan Zelt's pass is complete to number 4, Xavier Bryan.
Number 4, Xavier Bryan, who we saw as a strong defensive threat, but we now see on the offensive side of the ball. And he got it was good for first down.
Good for a North Penn.
There's 5.5 seconds left on the clock for North Penn.
Timeout, Knights.
The Knights take another timeout this half, and they still have one timeout left. Let's see how North Penn's going to regroup and respond to this, as they have 60 yards to go and 5 seconds left in the half. You're going to see CB West receive the ball in the second half. They kicked off to North Penn the first half, and North Penn got a successful drive, scoring a touchdown on that first drive. It's been a very quiet game ever since then. So let's see if North Penn's able to come back and score a second touchdown of the night before the second half. North Penn's looking for a deep ball to number 23, which is going to be a pass back to number 21, Mo Scrow. But they were unable to pull through that play, and that's going to be good for the halftime for North Penn.
That concludes our first half of football. We will now hand things over soon to our announcers of tonight's homecoming ceremony. But first, let's talk a bit about what we saw this half. Ryan, what sort of things did we see from both sides on the offensive things for both teams?
Yeah, so it was an electrifying first half, as we saw North Penn come out strong in the beginning of the game with that touchdown on the first drive. But we also saw the strong response by the CB West offense, as they also had a touchdown on the first drive. I believe both teams are going to be very on their heels for the second half, as they both have shown great offensive weapons with not only passing but also running the ball.
Absolutely. We also saw, especially for CB West, we saw their number 4 as pretty much their go-to guy for anything when it comes to run game.
But we can't let that stop us from seeing the talent we saw from number 2, Connor McFadden, downfield, and also several other threats that have come out with their 1 or 2 plays throughout the game that have made major impacts on North Penn's defense.
Not to mention the fact that number 8 for CB West, Vinny Cherubini, was the one who delivered both touchdowns for the team.
So it looks like that punch-in guy for finishing up the drive is going to be number 8. So let's see if we continue to see that trend towards the second half. But also for North Penn, we can't forget that we see number 6, Mekhi Cuffey, scored a touchdown early on in the game. That was definitely got North Penn hyped up and ready for homecoming night.
It was certainly a very necessary thing. You know, North Penn needed that first point there, especially with how CB was able to respond. If they didn't have that first point, CB would be looking pretty good right now. But, you know, the game is still close.
Going back to just the student side of the field and the electric energy here at North Penn, we see the student section on their toes with all their school spirit, the pink and neon stuff. We also see North Penn's band coming onto the field, getting ready just to give us a performance. And also, tonight is homecoming for North Penn. So we see the homecoming court getting ready to hear which one of them gets to represent the school this year as royalty. Earlier today, North Penn had a tailgate party, also a senior sunrise, so we've definitely had a lot of school spirit here at North Penn, not only today, but the past week, as we've also had a Spirit Week. So North Penn's at its prime right now for spirit.
Not to mention the pep rally earlier today.
Throw it to PA.
So as we're coming close to hearing the announcements for Homecoming King and Queen, here at North Penn, we are going to throw it to Kevin Monero, who's going to be announcing the Homecoming Court winners for North Penn 2022 Homecoming King and Queen. Here is the Homecoming Court.
Good evening, North Penn fans and families. Welcome to North Penn's homecoming ceremony. My name is Caitlin Morse.
And my name is Maggie Schaefer. We are your MCs for tonight's homecoming ceremony. This evening, we honor the 14 seniors that have been chosen to represent our school as this year's homecoming court. Please give your attention to the center of the field as we introduce and recognize the 2022 homecoming court.
Our first Homecoming King nominee is Jack Bachman, escorted by Miss Corinne Dragua. Jack is super excited and extremely grateful to be part of this year's Homecoming Court. In school, Jack serves as the president of the Student Government Association, an officer for the North Penn High School Theater and Thespians, and an anchor for NPTV. On top of that, he plays on the varsity tennis team, participates in both men's choir and chamber singers, and teaches tennis to kids in the community for work. Jack has loved his time here at North Penn, and he can't wait to finish out the rest of his senior year. He'd like to thank the district, his friends, and his family for making this homecoming week so special. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Bachman.
Our first homecoming queen nominee is Molly Agris, escorted by Mr. Carrick Vesper. Molly has been playing tennis for 3 years and is the captain of the North Penn team. She is also the vice president of Special Olympics and is involved in unified bocce and track. She is an executive editor of the Night Crier and a National Honor Society member. Molly is majoring in education and plans to work as a teacher or guidance counselor in a middle school. Her favorite quote is, "No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted." Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Molly Agris.
Our next Homecoming King nominee is Gite Choi, escorted by Miss Alexis Coleman. Gite has been in band for the past 9 years and is part of the North Penn Marching Knights. He is also part of the National Honor Society and does track and field. Outside of school, he has been doing sword fighting for over 10 years and recently won 2 gold medals at a national championship. When he grows up, Gite wants to major in biology and hopes to pursue a career as a general surgeon to help those in need. Additionally, he hopes to make bank and travel the world. His favorite quote is, "Never give up. You only get one life. Go for it." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gi-tae Choi.
Our next homecoming queen nominee is Ashley Cho, escorted by Mr. Ethan Cho. Ashley is part of National Honor Society, Key Club, Mini-Thon Committee, Future Health Occupations Club, Korean American Culture Society Club, plays indoor field hockey, and has been playing the violin for 9 years. She wishes to become a pediatric dentist and has been working at a dental office for 3 years throughout the summer and school year. Ashley enjoys singing and is currently the praise team leader for her church's youth group, and most of all, she loves her dog named Toby. A piece from her favorite current poem is, "The only possible way to climb a mountain is by climbing it one step at a time. Don't think about the peak, don't worry about what may come later. Instead, focus on one little step in front of you. The rest will come when it's time. For now, it's just one little step." Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ashley Cho.
Our next Homecoming King nominee is Hirsch Desai, escorted by Miss Abigail Thomas. Hirsch is an all-around creative person, from participating in chamber singers and theater to doing photography, drawing, and creating short films in his free time. He works at Starbucks and is part of the North Penn Indian Cultural Association cabinet, as well as Link Crew and the Amnesty International Club, which doesn't even include all the clubs he signed up at the activities fair this year. Hirsch is also very involved with his culture, going to Garba every year for 2 weeks around this time. So exotic, right? He plans to travel the world and go to college for film and journalism, hoping to someday be a director or screenwriter. His favorite quote is from Beyonce's Black is King. "Life is a set of choice. Led or be led astray. Follow your light or lose it." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Harsh Desai.
Our next homecoming queen nominee is Grace Coleman, escorted by Mr. Michael Vasia. Grace has been helping manage the football team here at North Penn for the past 3 years. She is also a part of Link Crew and her senior class cabinet. Aside from school, she loves playing soccer and has been playing it for the past 14 years. She also loves to go on hikes with her family, travel to new places, and get the weekly crumble cookie flavors. When Grace grows up, she plans to major in animal science and eventually become a veterinarian. Most Sundays, you can find her volunteering at Elmwood Park Zoo. Her favorite quote is, "You only live once," or YOLO. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Grace Coleman.
Our next Homecoming King nominee is Bobby Doherty, escorted by Miss Katie Tarlow. Ever since Bobby was little, he never thought that he would be where he is today. If it wasn't for the opportunities that were given to him and the hard work and dedication to the dreams that he has now and the ones he will someday achieve. Today, he runs the North Penn Rainbow Alliance as the president for the 2nd year in a row, but has been involved with the club for 6 years since the middle school's club, then transitioned to the high school. Along with being part of Link Crew by helping the incoming sophomores to feel welcome to the high school. When he grows up, Bobby wants to be an author, writing all types of literature and touch on diversity. His favorite quote is his own, "Shine bright from your inner heart and show the world what you're truly made of. We all belong and have a purpose in this world. I had to learn to be true to myself, and hopefully others can too." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bobby Doherty.
Our next homecoming queen nominee is Nora Elliff, escorted by Mr. Derek Schneider. Nora is involved in various activities throughout the school, such as North Penn Theater, Thespian, Troubadours, and Chamber Singers. She found a love for theater and performance at a young age and is planning on pursuing a career in acting out of high school. She enjoys listening to music, keeping houseplants, and staying in with her cats. Her favorite quote is, "All an actor has is their blind faith, and that they are who they say they are today in any scene," from Meryl Streep. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Nora Elliff.
Our next Homecoming King nominee is Frankie Gallagher, escorted by Miss Avery Lawrence. Frankie has participated in theater for 6 years now and is also in North Penn's current production of The Fall Show. He is also the commentator for the football games here at North Penn. Some other clubs he's a part of are Thespian Troupe, NPTV, and Link Crew Leaders. Frankie's dream career is a professional sports commentator, preferably football or baseball, like he's doing this year. He is very grateful for the opportunities and learning experiences his directors and teachers have given him. His favorite quote is, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Frankie Gallagher.
Our next Homecoming Queen nominee is Jillian Fagley, escorted by Mr. Andy Reyes. Jillian has been a part of North Penn track team for the past 4 years, starting off as a jumper and quickly transitioning into a thrower. She spends most of her time on the track or in the gym, and when she isn't, she most likely hanging out with her friends. After graduation, Jillian plans to attend Monco, studying to be a dental hygienist. After years of working and saving money, the first thing she plans to do is travel to Europe. Her favorite quote is, "Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all," from Helen Keller. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jillian Fagley.
Our next Homecoming King nominee is Nate Kim, escorted by Miss Cameron Lampatok. Nate has been playing soccer for 11 years, and he is one of the captains on the North Penn team. He is also the senior class president, a member of the Spanish Honor Society, and a volunteer in the sound booth and the nursery at his church. At home, Nate takes care of his grandparents, giving medicine to his grandpa every day, taking his grandma shopping, and driving them both to their doctor's appointments. He loves meeting new people and spending time with his friends and family. Nate plans to attend college next year and has a life goal of being a light to others around him. His favorite quote is, "Learn as if you will live forever. Live like you will die tomorrow." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nate Kim.
Our next Homecoming Queen nominee is Maureen Gambogi, escorted by Mr. Nick Lubinacci. Mo has always been in the stands on homecoming night, but tonight she is honored to be walking down the field surrounded by her loving friends and family. Attending North Penn ever since she was in kindergarten, Mo has always participated in sports throughout the years. Basketball has always made a huge impact in Mo's life, and she's been playing for 9 years. In her freshman and sophomore year, she played on the North Penn's team, but switched courts for her junior and senior year to play on the tennis team. Mo plays a big role in Special Olympics and Key Club. Last year, she presented North Penn and made it to states for the Special Olympics bocce team. Not only that, she jumped into the freezing water for the polar plunge, and she looks forward to continuing this tradition again this year. Mo has always been into writing and has been writing for the school newspaper, The Night Crier, for 2 years. She loves putting herself out there and getting to know people through her articles. Once Mo graduates from North Penn, she looks forward to going to college to become an occupational therapist. Harry Styles has always been a big part of her life and is inspired by his statement, "If you're happy doing what you're doing, then nobody can tell you you're not successful." Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Mo Gambogi.
Our final Homecoming King nominee is Amagashi Mengel O'Connell, escorted by Kaylee Boyle. Amagashi is a Liberian war orphan from the Civil War of Liberia of 2001 to 2003. He was rescued as an infant with no name. His birth parents were thought to have been killed by rebels, among others in his village. Amagashi was adopted in 2007 by American missionaries and brought to America. As a small boy of 4 years of age, Amagashi was considered gifted in healing arts and prayed over the sick in orphanage for healing. Amagashi wants to give back to the Lord and America for all that has been done to save his life and for the life that has been given him hope and opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Amagashi Mengel O'Connell.
Our final Homecoming Queen nominee is Kathleen McGill, escorted by Mr. Bryce Simon. Kathleen McGill is involved in Latin Club, Goodwill Ambassadors, Mini-Thon, German Club, Link Crew, Class Cabinet, Troubadour, and Unified Track, with plans to join some new clubs this year. Over the summer, she worked at the Hatfield Pool, and in her free times, she likes to draw, bake, rick roll, watch TV sitcoms and Christmas movies, photo edit random things, listen to classic rock, and occasionally make fun videos for school projects. She also enjoys hanging out with her friends and family, as well as her 7-pound Maltipoo, Lydia. After high school, she plans on going to college and having some sort of major, but for now, she wants to seize every moment here at North Penn and enjoys high school as much as possible before graduation. Though she agrees that there are many fantastic Disney quotes, her favorite one is by Walt himself. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kathleen McGill.
Before we announce our 2022 Homecoming King and Queen, we would like to thank Country Broad and Gent for donating the tuxedos the gentlemen are wearing this evening. They can take care of all your prom, wedding, and formal needs.
We would also like to give a special thanks to our SGA co-advisors, Miss Young and Mr. Berger, and the Marching Knights.
At this time, we would like to welcome back our 2021 Homecoming Queen, Caitlin Tecklin.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our second runner-up for the Homecoming King is Mr. Nate Kim!
And our second runner-up for Homecoming Queen is Miss Jillian Fegley.
Our first runner-up for the Homecoming King is Mr. Oh My Goshi Mango Cottle.
And our first runner-up for Homecoming Queen is Miss Ashley Chow.
And now, the Homecoming King of 2022 is Mr. Bobby Dougherty!
And finally, our 2022 Homecoming Queen is Miss Molly Agris.
We would once again like to congratulate Mr. Bobby Dougherty and Miss Molly Agris and all the members of the Homecoming Corps.
the second half.
Okay, announcers, go to break. Go announcers.
North Penn has now concluded their homecoming proceedings. Congratulations to King Bobby Doherty and Queen Molly Agris. North Penn and CB West are now lining up for their second half of football. We're going to have to see what sort of adjustments each coach has made for their team and see how they're going to capitalize on this second half. It's been a close game so far, with the CB West Bucks up 14 over North Penn with 7.
Number 39, Ryan Backlett to kick off for the Knights.
Number 39, Ryan Backlett to kick off for the Knights.
North Penn looking to come back strong in the second half to try to tie it up again. With a deep kick into North Penn, into CUS territory, but they kicked it out. CUS will start at the 30-yard line, looking to further their lead in the second half. Yet another re-kick here at North Penn. As there's another complication in play. Looks like North Penn had some kind of foul on them, pushing them back another 5 yards. So they're going to be kicking off from the 35-yard line. Ryan Bachlet once again kicking off for North Penn. It's up. It's deep. It's number 2. Connor McFadden looking to make a big return. Past the 20-yard line, but stopped by number 5, Luke Cody, at the 20-yard line. There is yet another foul on the play. Let's see what the call is.
Penalty is an illegal block.
The penalty
against the Bucks.
is on CB West. That'll push them back a few yards at the start of this drive. CB West coach is very passionate about what happened on the field, as he's now talking to his team from the sideline. CB West looks to come back from that foul at the beginning of the second half with their first drive of this half. We saw a lot of run game from CB West last week. How do you think they're going to react to the second half with being up by a few points? Already a foul on the play.
Flag on the play. Penalty is offsides against North Penn.
As a foul against North Penn, that's going to balance out and put CB West back at where they would have started at the beginning of the half. Jamie, with all these fouls at the beginning of the half, don't you think both teams should have cleaned it up at the beginning or during halftime?
Well, starting off the half with a pretty rocky start for both sides, each committing a penalty. Well, I mean, CB is probably happy to see their 5 yards returned to them, but no, it could prove to be a issue as the rest of the game plays out if we continue to see this many fouls.
No gain on the play. Second down and 5 for the Bucks from the 19.
CB West coming out strong again, trying to punch it through the up middle with their number 4 in the backfield, but the play was stopped short by the defense with no gain on the play. Second and 5 here at Crawford Stadium. Down the middle again by number 4 with a few yards gained on the play. Stopped by number 23, Yazid Haynes.
With the carry.
That is good for a CB West first down.
Gain of 6. First down and 10 from the 25.
North Penn awaiting CB West to line up again, so North Penn can respond to what they have to offer. Another handoff down the left side of the field, and just about to break free. He gets stopped by North Penn defense. 3-yard gain on the play. Second and 7.
Gain of 3 on the play. Second down and 7 for the Bucks. From the 28.
CB West has 2 in the backfield and 2 on the line. Yet again, a handoff down the middle with blocks this time. And 4 is going to break free for CB West. First down. But get tripped up around the 40-yard line. Slowly but surely, CB West is punching through the North Penn defense. How do you think that's going to continue to translate throughout the rest of the half?
Well, especially on that last play there, Ryan, I think that North Penn is pretty upset that number 4 didn't fall down a little bit earlier. He was able to gain a couple extra yards, and you know, in a game like this where it's super tight, that sort of thing, you know, every yard is precious.
I mean, if number 4 didn't get tripped up by that last defender there, he's broken through the defense, and he was ready to get some serious yardage here. They're going to go wide with the ball. Get taken down by number 5, Luke Cody. Can't have 4 yards on the play.
Bucks from the 44.
We see CB Bucks huddled up, ready for the play. Two men in the backfield and 2 wide. Let's see what CB Bucks does here. Yet another handoff to number 4 down the middle. And it looks like North Penn has started to catch on to the
Number
trend here in
4,
the second
Eli
half.
Bone with the
Stopped
carry,
it short,
stopped at the line by the
no
Knights.
gain on the play.
Gain of 1 on the play. 3rd down and 6 for the Bucks from their own 45-yard line.
North Penn defense is looking to get a bit more solid here as we're still at 3rd down and they still have 6 yards to go. Keeping them back in CUS territory. See if North Penn's defense is able to force them to punt. 2 going out wide. Lined up in slot. Handoff to number 4. Number 4 is breaking free of North Penn defense, but just gets stopped short.
Number 4, by Eli Bone with the carry for the Bucks. J4
Good
King
for
on the
North
tackle
Penn.
for the
First
Knights.
down. CUS first down.
Gain of 11 on the play.
Stopped by number
1st
5,
and 10 for the
Luke
Bucks
Cody.
from the North Penn 44.
Coming out of the half, we see number 4 continuing to run the ball. Eli Bone. Do we think that's going to continue to be a trend, or do we think he's going to get worn out and we're going to see some other players on the CBS defense kind of take over and start to shine?
Well, it seems like he's shown no signs of stopping. They continue to feed him, and every so often they'll shake it up by handing it off to another player.
Like what we saw here, number 8, Vinny
Number 8, Vinny Cherubini with the carry for the
getting
Bucks.
close to that
North
first
Penn
down
tackle
for
number
CB West.
24, Dave Dawes.
We're about 2nd and 1 here at Crawford Stadium. Let's see if CBS can continue to keep punching this forward through the North Penn defense for yet another score on the board. Currently, CBS is 1-3, and North Penn has a record of 2-2. Do we see that competitiveness where CBS wants to get another win so they can get another win on the board for the record? And we also see North Penn trying to hang on to and get a winning record. What do we think is going on here?
Well, I can tell you that these two teams have a history of rivalries, and they're definitely not going to let anybody get a win easily here.
Looks like there's a dog pile in the midfield.
Number 8, Vinny Cherubini
And number
with the
4,
carry.
Xavier Bryant brings down number 8 yet again. Yeah, as we speak about rivalry, today on Fox 29, we actually saw a
Gain of 3
huge
on the play.
preview about what's going to happen tonight. This game, there was coverage on both sides of the ball. There was a reporter at CB West and also a reporter at North Penn just kind of getting ready and hyping up both schools for this game, as it has been a rivalry for several years now. That last run was good for a CB West first down. Going out again, hands off to number 4. And he's brought short by number 24.
Number 4, Eli Bone with the carry. North Penn tackle number 24, Dave Dawes.
Dave Dawes. That's a new name we've heard tonight. He is a junior here at North Penn. Do you think we're going to be hearing a bit more of him tonight?
Well, I'm sure he hopes so. That was a pretty great tackle that he made.
Yeah, stopped him short with a very short gainage, about 1 yard. Quarterback has options here. Big gain on the play as they punch through about 6 yards of North Penn territory.
With the carry for the Bucks.
CB West has their eye set on the prize at the end zone here as they're looking to get another score up on North Penn, making it a 2-score game. How do you think CB West is feeling right now? How do you think they're going to let it get to them that they're so close to scoring here?
Well, I don't think so. I think that CB West has been pretty strong here, especially on this one drive. They've been chipping away at North Penn, earning their first downs, and they're knocking on the door. We'll have to see what they can do with it.
Definitely. Looks to continue to hand off as it has been working. They've been slowly taking away yards from North Penn territory, and it looks like that was good for CB West. First down.
Gain of 5, first down and 10 for CB West. From the 21.
North Penn defense looking to their sideline for a bit of just information on how they should change up what they're doing so that they can stop these punches down the middle a bit earlier. CBS has 1 out wide, 2 in the backfield. Handoff yet again to number 4. who's breaking free, finds some open field. Touchdown, CB West. Yet again, putting them up 20-7. Looking to get that 21st point with their kicker, number 32, Matt Cleland. Sorry, kicker number 23, Ryan Clemens. Number 4, Eli Bohm with the score for CB West. Punching to the end zone for his first time tonight. The kick is up, and the kick is good for CB West. Puts it to a 21-7 ball game with 4 minutes left in the third quarter here at Crawford Stadium.
For 86 yards in 7 minutes 36 seconds. 4:18 to go in the third quarter. 21-7.
Coming out of halftime, CB West definitely made some changes as they were able to complete that drive, and they didn't fall short again. So North Penn's looking to respond to that. North Penn had the same amount of time at halftime to figure out what they were going to do different offensively and defensively. Defensively, they were able to slow down CB West a little bit, but, I mean, they're looking to come back on offense here. CB West is taking the field to kick off this ball and see how North Penn reacts. Number 32 kicking, Matt Cleland. We've seen some interesting tactics here by CB West as they kick some short balls to try to recover it, and then when they threw off North Penn enough, they kicked a deep ball, and North Penn's recovery was not ready for it. What do we think is going to happen here?
Well, North Penn, we'll have to see because
It's going to be a high kick. It's going to be fair caught by number 38, once again, Tommy Evans. Tommy Evans has definitely been seeing this ball a lot here on kickoff.
Kick field number 38, Thomas Evans. First down and 10 for North Penn.
North Penn's going to be starting about the 30-yard line, looking to come out strong from the half and
First and 10
find something, make something happen.
30-yard line.
They have number 2 and number 23 going out wide, and they have 2 in the backfield. Handoff to number 22, Amir Major, coming down just shy of 2-yard gain.
North Penn carried by number 22, Amir Major.
Looks like somebody's down on the play. On North Penn, number 2, Rashad McNeil. This season, we've seen a lot of cramps from the North Penn players, which has definitely taken a toll on the game as, especially as it's getting colder here. A lot of the players are going to be kind of restricting their muscles a little bit more than what they're used to. So let's see if that's another one of those or something happened to that giant pileup in the middle.
well, I mean, as the game moves on, players are going to show some signs of fatigue. They're going to have some muscle cramping. Hydration becomes a big part of it. And, you know, at a certain point, it could become whoever's team is able to hold up longer.
Number 2 is going to be walking it off here. Looks like it was just a cramp in the leg. I'm sure we'll see him return later on in the game as he is a crucial part of North Penn's offense. Out wide. North Penn lining up in slot. They have one in the backfield. Quarterback drops back deep, looking for a deep ball. It's number 23. And it's caught just shy of the 50-yard line here at North Penn. Good for North Penn. First down. North Penn student section is very lively after we heard the announcement of the homecoming king and queen. Homecoming queen, Molly Agris. Homecoming king, Bobby Doherty. North Penn lined up and empty. Throw the ball to number 23 early on.
Ryan Zelt's pass is complete to number 21, Mario Scro.
Sorry, number 21, Mario Scro, with his first completion of the night.
Gain of 1. Second down and 9 for the Knights from their own 49.
North Penn looking to punch into CB West territory here, as they are 2nd and 9. 1 yard gain on that last play. There's a stop on the play. Looks like a timeout. Timeout, CB West. Right before the timeout there, we saw North Penn with no backs in the backfield, so it looks like they were going to go for a pass play on 2nd down. How do we think that's going to play out if they do decide to do that at the end of the timeout? Do we think they're going to look for a deep ball and try to get a touchdown here? Or do we think they're going to go with a short pass and just try to get a few yards and get that first down?
Well, North Penn certainly is at a critical turning point in the game right now, considering we are moving towards the end of the 3rd quarter, and they see that they are down still by 2 touchdowns. They're going to try and be throwing just about anything they can at CB West to see if they can get something to stick and hopefully see if they can equalize the scoreline.
But North Penn's not one to doubt in a deficit here, as last week we did see them come back from a loss, from a losing stand against the Chamonix and winning in overtime ultimately. So it can go either way here at North Penn.
Right here at 7 p.m.
After the game, make sure you guys stick around on the stream as we have our North Penn band coming out to do their halftime performance, as the homecoming court took up a bit of that time during halftime. So we're going to see a 5th quarter comeback for North Penn here, and we're going to be able to watch some of the national champion band perform. 18 looking for the pass. Right down the middle of the field. And it was a catch by North Penn. Number 5, Luke Cody, even with all that, with 2 men who drilled him right after that catch. That was a pretty impressive catch, don't you think?
Absolutely. That was a pretty heavy hit that he took after that. I think he was almost astonished that he caught the ball in the first place and almost didn't expect to be blindsided from behind there.
So as we were kind of talking about, they kind of looked for the medium passes. They got that first down, but that also brought them about halfway from where they were to the end zone. And they're looking to score here, as in order to keep themselves in the game, they want to bring it up pretty close to what CB West is at right now. North Penn looking for a pass yet again.
The pass from Ryan Zelt is complete to number 20, Zach Dole.
Number 20, Zach Dole. That's a new name we've heard tonight, especially this season. I don't think we've heard that name that much. So
5 on the play.
Maybe that's going to be a new player that we start to see here at North Penn. It looks like number 20, Zach Dole, filled in for Makai Cuffey after that cramp he endured. Number 22, Amir Major, gets the handoff. He breaks free, but he's met by CB West defense. Just shy of the 10-yard line. That's good for North Penn. First down.
Gain of 9 on the play. Good for North Penn. First down.
North Penn's getting very excited from this drive, and they're looking to just finish the drive and get that touchdown just to get a bit closer to what CB West is leading at. Handoff, number 22, Amir Major, going wide, cuts in, picking up more yards once he meets the defender. Touchdown, North Penn. That was a very athletic play we just saw by number 22, junior running back Amir Major, don't you think?
Absolutely. That was a pretty incredible display of balance, if anything. I think he spun around 2 full times there on that play and somehow still managed to stay up and into the end zone.
You can kind of see a little bit of the heart of Kalani Eaton from last year, who, I mean, he could drive through defenders. We did see against last year's game against CB West, he kind of defended against 11 defenders and made a touchdown from close to 60 yards out. So Amir Major definitely has that punch through heart where he just wants to get through the defenders, and we just saw that there in that play, getting through about 4 or 5 defenders. Ryan Baca with the kick. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Putting North Penn down 14-21.
Extra point is good.
North Penn is punching their ticket back into this game.
7 plays for 70 yards in 3 minutes, 14 seconds. And with 1:04 to play in the third, CB West 21,
Coming towards the
North
end
Penn
of the third
14.
quarter, how do you think the teams are going to kind of react to this? North Penn's looking to get the conversion and get back and get into a scoring position here in the third quarter. How do you think that's going to work? Do you think they're going to go aggressive on defense and go for a blitz, or do you think they're going to go pass and just try to stop them?
Well, either way, I think North Penn is definitely not slowing down anytime soon. CB West, of course, are still up by a full point, but that cushion that they had before isn't quite as large there anymore. Now, North Penn is certainly going to see if they can, take control of this game once again.
North Penn, number 39, Ryan Bachlet looks for a deep kick. He has a great leg. He's a sophomore kicker, so he does have a long North Penn career in front of him. We have number 4 in the backfield, receiving for CB West, Connor McFadden and Eli Bone. Let's see how they react to this kick. Kick goes towards number 2, Connor McFadden. Let's see how he returns this ball. Past the 20. It gets taken down by number 5, Luke Cody at the 20-yard line.
Number 2, Connor McFadden. North Penn tackle by number 5, Luke Cody.
It's an early stop by North Penn. North Penn's still in this game and punching their ticket to try to get that ball back and get into a scoring position. They haven't had many penalties since the beginning of this second half, so teams are trying to figure out what they were doing wrong and try to adjust it. How do we think we're doing with that aspect of the game, Jamie?
Well, so far the numbers have proven that they at least have worked out some of the kinks, as we haven't seen nearly as many penalties.
Here we see a dog pile just past the 20-yard line. Looks like they bring him back for about a 1-yard gain.
Number 4, Eli Bone with the carry for the Bucks.
We continue to see that number 4 on the ball. Eli Bone, he continues to run and just punch up the middle. Don't you think by now North Penn would have figured that out, or CB West would have changed that up a little bit, Jamie?
Well, I mean, it continues to work, really. And North Penn, of course, they are good at adjusting to whatever an opponent is able to throw at them. But sometimes, you get a player or two that you can't quite figure out.
And we have seen that deep threat, so North Penn can't be too protective of that down the middle, as Connor McFadden's an amazing player and continue to make plays down the field.
Number 4, Eli Bone with the carry.
6 seconds left in the quarter. And that is it for third quarter regulation playtime. Moving into the fourth quarter, we're going to be switching sides of the field and seeing if North Penn continue to hold back the CB West offense and hopefully score and tie up the game here at Crawford Stadium. So, Jamie, we've seen a lot of play here as we're just past the third quarter. How do we think both teams are doing offensively and defensively? What do you think stands out the most between the two teams? Well,
I definitely think that North Penn has, in this quarter, really proven themselves that they aren't going to take this laying down. They responded with another offensive drive that they were successful in, and CB West also contributing 1 touchdown.
Last half, we saw that both teams kind of scored quickly out of the beginning of the game, and then towards the end of the half, they kind of slowed down. Do we think that's going to happen again here, or do we think that halftime really changed what's happening, and they're going to make a change to their offensive and defensive play style and hopefully score more throughout the fourth quarter?
Well, I definitely think that the energy is high right now, and I feel like it's going to continue until the end of the game here, so I don't expect either team to be really letting up.
North Penn's looking for the third win tonight, and CB West is looking for their second of the season. A deep run by number
3, Gans Cooper with the carry for the Bucks.
Number 3, the quarterback, Gans Cooper. Once again, we see him being a vital threat downfield, not only just handing off and passing. That is very athletic of that quarterback.
Absolutely. It's a great display of athleticism and poise, especially in that sort of situation. When you're feeling pressure and having that ability to make the hard decisions in the moment and deliver, it's pretty impressive.
That run was good for CB West. First down, pushing towards North Penn territory. Two running backs in the backfield. Motion by number 2. Handoff to number 2. Run up the side of the field. He has blockers. He's brought down by number 7, Jay Ford King. Number 2 with a gain of about 15 yards for CB West. Just short of North Penn territory. Number 2, Connor McFadden, not only a deep threat, but he also has been going in a lot of motion tonight, and that's kind of thrown North Penn off their feet, as normally doesn't receive the ball. He's just a decoy blocker, but there he received the ball, and that was a speed sweep to the left and to the short side of the field, which I'm sure North Penn was not expecting. So very impressive by them to make that hard play. Very open, wide side of the field. Number 2 motioning towards that side of the field. Number 4 up the middle, though. He's free of all North Penn blockers with a big gain of about 50 yards. Number 4, Eli, boom, found the end zone, putting up the CB West Bucks 27-14 here at Crawford Stadium. Let's see how extra point kicker Ryan Clemens responds to that to see if they can put yet another point up for the Central Bucks team. CB West coming off that, so far, losing season 1-3. They're very anxious to get another win on the board as they want to turn into a winning record. So watching them play with heart tonight is definitely very impressive. And the kick is up, and the kick is good for CB West. Not a single missed kick tonight by either team. Both kickers seem to be very calm and collected in the pocket, and there's not been really much pressure on the defensive side.
28-14, CB West.
Here we see number 4, Eli Bohm, who just scored that touchdown and continues to be a vital part of the North Penn, of the CB West offense. How do you think CB West feels right now in the lead on North Penn's homecoming night?
Well, they got to be on top of the world, Ryan. I mean, they've gone and, they've put a hurting on the North Penn defense here, putting up 2 touchdowns with the same player back-to-back.
At the same time, how do you think North Penn feels that CB West coming here in the lead at their home stadium? Do you think North Penn's pretty angry and ready to punch back and see if they can take that lead and take that title back from CB West?
I'm sure that they're hoping to.
Just so many emotions running through this game right now as number 32, Matt Cleland, kicks off for CB West. It's going to be a short kick yet again to number 38, but they receive it. Number 2 up the middle of the field, down the side, and it looks like the play's going to be called dead. But that was a very impressive catch by number 2, Connor McFadden. It bounced off one of the North Penn returners, and Connor McFadden caught it off the catch. So yet again, we see how CB West's somewhat onside kick continues to pay off for them, as that's the second time they received the ball. The first time, unfortunately, called back, but this time, looks like CB West is going to have the ball off the kickoff.
Well, that was a pretty great play from CB West, considering that kick wasn't super deep, but they were able to capitalize on the mistake from the defensive receivers and gain a couple extra yards there.
2 in the backfield, 2 on the offside, 2 in motion towards the wide side of the field. Handoff to number 4 yet again. It's a short stoppage with a gain about 1 yard for CB West. Number 4, Eli Bohm.
Gain of 2 on the play. Second down and 8 for the Bucks from the 39-yard stripe.
Bucks started pretty far into North Penn territory, as that was quite a roller coaster of emotion here at Crawford Stadium, catching the ball off their own kickoff. They're looking to put yet another score up against North Penn. Number 2 in motion yet again. Hands off to number 2 to a wide side of the field. North Penn just fell short of getting him. And he's tackled by North Penn defense just shy of the first down.
Connor McFadden with the carry.
Number 21, Mo Scrow with a tackle. As I was saying earlier, there's a lot of emotion running through this. This is a rivalry game, North Penn's homecoming game, and North Penn's down. How do you think North Penn's going to respond to this throughout the rest of the game, as there's 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter?
Well, I mean, 9 minutes seems like a lot, but it'll go quickly. North Penn's definitely going to have to make some serious moves here in order to regain this game.
But we do know North Penn is a team that comes back from deficits, and if they have to bring it in overtime, they are not scared to. Last week, we saw them score early on in overtime and bring it home pretty early in first overtime against Neshaminy. Right up the middle again by CB West with a gain of about 3 yards on the play.
Number 2, Connor McFadden with the carry for CB West. Gain of 4.
We're starting to hear that name Connor McFadden more.
6 from the 27.
Eli Bohm is still in the game, but Connor McFadden is starting to take a few more carries and a few more impressive plays. So do you think we're going to start seeing that name more with the last few minutes in the last quarter?
I'm sure of it. I mean, he was one of those players that we thought to look to, in the beginning of the game. He's one of the players to watch, and I think he's certainly delivering at this point in the game.
A lot of impressive late game work by him, yeah. Number 4 made a few yards, but got brought back by North Penn defense. Eli Bohm. CB West continuing to punch this ball. Now within the 35-yard line. North Penn's looking to make a stop on this play. It is 3rd and 3 here at Crawford Stadium.
3rd down and 3 for the Bucks from the 24.
One out wide for CB West. Motion towards the left side, but it's going to be run up the middle. Dog pile at the 20-yard line. Is that good for a CB West first down? It looks like it is. See, the piles are moving. Both teams are looking to make a play here.
Gain of 3 yards. 1st down and 10 for CB West.
Going straight off. Number 4 with the ball. Eli Bohm once again brought down by North Penn defender, number 74.
Number 4, Eli Bohm with the carry. North Penn tackle by number 74, Luke Walton. CB West, quarterback number 3, looking to guide his team in another end zone appearance here at Crawford Stadium. Lining up. Slot formation. 2 in the backfield. Motion, number 2. Then again, number 4. Up the middle of the field. For a gain of a few yards. Number 4, Eli Bohm with the carry for the Bucks.
Man, that Eli Bohm kid's got a lot of drive as he, throughout all 4 quarters, can continue to be a man to rely on for the CB West offense. Isn't that impressive, Jamie?
Absolutely. I mean, number 4 for CB West, Eli Bohm, he's contributed 2 touchdowns over the course of this game so far, and he continues to be a serious threat to the North Penn defense.
Lining up once again. Two on the wide side of the field in slot formation. Handed off again to number 4, Eli Bohm, with a gain of 8 yards, it looks like, for a CB West first down. CB West now 1st and goal, looking to score yet again on North Penn to increase their lead even more.
Gain of 9 on the play. 1st and goal for the Bucks from the 8.
What do you think North Penn coach Dick Beck is feeling right now as he's down by several scores and maybe even a 3rd score here? How do you think he's going to react to this situation?
Well, I'm sure that he's not super relaxed right now. He's, likely running things through his head, trying to see what he can do to coach North Penn to see if they can once again take control of this game.
I mean, he can't make too many, because if he calls for North Penn to cover that down the middle run, then they're going to leave that wide open, and the wide side is open, and Connor McFadden's shown to be a threat down those wide sides. So he has to play all aspects of the field, even when they see it running down the middle a lot. CB West has about 6 yards to go for another score. See if North Penn can stop them on the second down. And a toss out wide. Running it wide with blockers. Down the middle. Touchdown, CB West. Number 4, Eli Bone with his third end zone appearance. Putting the score to 34-14, CB West. We have number 23 coming out yet again to kick a field goal, to kick an extra point for CB West to put it up to 35-14. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Yet again, number 23.
Is good. The Bucks go 10 plays for
about 4.5 minutes left in the quarter, and then the game for both teams. So what do we think we're going to see here at the end of the game? Do we think we're going to see a lot more risky plays, looking for rewards from North Penn, or do we think North Penn is going to try to continue with a steady pace and just see if they can throw up CU West defense?
Well, I think North Penn doesn't have very much time, and they're being backed into a bit of a corner here with how little minutes they have remaining. They're likely going to be going for as many risky plays as possible, seeing if anything will work.
Number 32, Matt Cleland, lining up for yet another kick here at Crawford Stadium. Let's see if he goes with that strategy of trying to kick it short and get the recovery, or if he's going to kick it deep and see what the North Penn returners can do. It's going to be a squib kick down the close side of the field here. And number 6, Mekhi Cuffey, drops down that ball to make sure that no CB West kicker or kickoff player is going to get that ball. Looks like number 6, Mekhi Cuffey's back in the game after that cramp we saw earlier in the game. And let's see if Mekhi Cuffey's going to come back with some heart and try to lead his team to another touchdown, I saw earlier in the game. North Penn quarterback, Ryan's out looking for a pass. Pressure on Ryan's out. That's going to be a sack, CB West. Number 56, AJ Grace. AJ Grace is in sophomore year at high school at CB West. He's a defensive end and a tight end. So he's going to have a promising career as he just sacked North Penn's quarterback.
17 for the Knights.
North Penn lined up. Several receivers out wide. Looking for a pass yet again. North Penn throws it. Broken up by number 2, Connor McFadden.
Pass is incomplete. Coverage of the play number 2, Connor McFadden.
Even when you think CB West is going to get a bit ahead of themselves with how far up they are, Connor McFadden continues to deliver on his play, breaking up that pass. I mean, he was on that defender, and he had his hand in there.
And
that was quite impressive. What do you think about CB West Hart continuing throughout this game, even when they're up by so much with such little time?
Well, I'm sure that they wanted to take things to North Penn this game, you know, considering it was their homecoming night and everything. They were looking for a big win, and it looks like so far they're pulling away at this point in time, especially with the clock winding down.
Yet again, looking for a pass. Throws it up. On the wide side of the field, number 23, Yazid Haynes, just shy of first down here at Crawford Stadium. It's going to be 4th down and short. North Penn's looking to make a response here as they're down by quite a bit with a little bit of time. They're going to have to go for it, even if it gets going to have to go for it here.
Down and 2 for the Knights from the 35.
Let's see how they're going to respond to this. And I'm sure CBUS is looking to make a big stop here and try to end this game. They have several receivers on the right side of the field. Lined up in a Queens package. And Ryan Zeltz looking for a deep pass. It's thrown up. Oh, almost intercepted by number 13 on CB West, Sean Blue. But it's going to be a turnover on downs here at Crawford Stadium, and I'm sure CB West is lively right now. That might have just decided the game. What do you think, Jamie?
I think it could possibly have been the nail in the coffin for North Penn right there. I mean, the North Penn quarterback, Ryan Zelt, was facing some pressure there, and unfortunately, the Central Bucks defense was able to get a lick in and disrupt that pass. And had they caught that ball there, you know, who knows what would have happened.
There's definitely been a lot of talent on this field. Even the players from both sides of the ball that we haven't heard names from, they've continued to contribute to huge plays like that, the breakup, the almost interception, and then even on North Penn's side, there's been a few players that have ran for broken free and gotten many yards for North Penn. So it's very interesting to see how, even though they have their players they want to stick with, they continue to pass it off to different threats on the field.
Bucks carry by number 4.
Number 4, yet again, running it wide with a gain of 3 yards.
Gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 for the Bucks from the 32.
3 minutes left in the half here. What do we think any more points are going to be put on the board by either team here?
It's possible. I mean, both teams are, going at it right now. Central Bucks is currently holding North Penn pretty well, and the clock continues to run down as we speak.
Hand off to number 4 again, right down the middle. Stopped. About 1 yard past the line.
Eli home with the carry. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 7 for the Bucks from the 32.
There's a lot of energy on the field from the beginning of the game, even till now, as it's rivalry game, homecoming game, and just the score right now, I'm sure makes North Penn pretty upset, and they want to come back to this and just try to close the lead up a little bit. But CUS, I'm sure, is very happy that they're winning this homecoming game. And number 3 goes out wide, quarterback, Gans Cooper, with a gain of a few yards here on the play. Good for CUS, first down.
Gans Cooper with the carry.
What do we think about that quarterback number 3 for CBUS? I mean, he's continued to make plays throughout the game and just make smart decisions, rolling out of the pocket when he has to, and getting big gains for CBUS. What do we think about that, Jamie?
Absolutely. I mean, he's been put into a couple of really dire situations where he's found his way out of it. He's got some a gift of quite a bit of speed and also quite a bit of poise in the moment there to be able to make the right decision.
CBUS lines up here again with 2 backs in the backfield. And hand it off to
number 8.
Number 8.
Cherubini with the carry for the Bucks.
Vinny Chubarin, which is a name we've continued to hear consistently throughout the night. And he's continued to provide us. He's been in the end zone twice, I believe, correct?
Yeah, he had the first 2 touchdowns for CB West. Since then, he hasn't found his way back into the end zone, but it doesn't mean that he hasn't been contributing.
And I mean, with the ball at the 15-yard line, it looks like CBUS is putting themselves into a great scoring position. Let's see what they decide to do here, if they decide to go for a field goal or if they decide just to find the end zone again here on homecoming night. Line up in slot. I'm sure with the game coming to an end here, they're looking just to keep the ball on the ground. There's 38 seconds left. I'm sure they don't want to risk throwing that ball and letting North Penn come back with a little bit of score.
Definitely. I mean, North Penn is they have to face the facts that there's only about 20 seconds left in the
And it looks like the game was actually called there. CB West ecstatic after winning against North Penn on their own homecoming night, winning the rivalry game.
Final score, Central Bucks West 35.
Players are going to be shaking hands in the middle of the field. And the North Penn and Crawford Stadium is going to come real close here with a score of 35 CB West to 14 North Penn. North Penn now being 2-3, and CB West increasing their score, their record to 2-3 as well. Jamie, what do you have for the end of the game?
Well, this concludes our coverage of high school football. The CB West Bucks have taken away a victory against the North Penn Knights on their homecoming game with a score of 35 to 14. Congratulations again to our homecoming king and queen, Bobby Doherty and Molly Agris. We will soon hand things over to the North Penn Marching Knights, who will soon be taking the field. I have been Jamie King, here with Ryan Van Dame.
Keep talking, don't wrap yet.
What sort of things have we seen here in the last couple of minutes of this game here?
Yeah, so, I mean, CB West came in here with a losing record, 1-3, and they were looking to just come in with heart as they wanted to kind of bring that record up to a 2-3, which we saw them do here tonight. And then North Penn also wants to defend their field. They want to defend their homecoming game. And, I mean, it's a huge rivalry game. So North Penn was looking to win, but unfortunately, North Penn wasn't able to stop the CB talent, and CB just came out on top. So very impressive. There's a few key players on both teams. I mean, number 2, 3, and 4 on the CB West have proved to be vital players, as well as number 8. And North Penn was able to match that, but ultimately fall a bit short.
Absolutely. I mean, CB West had a couple of really key players that were working there, and they were able to deliver a number of touchdowns for their team that eventually led to their victory. We had number 8, Vinny Cherubini, who delivered 2 touchdowns, as well as Eli Bohm, who delivered a number of touchdowns as well, also forcing quite a bit into the North Penn defense throughout the entire game.
Yeah, energy around this field. For CB West, they're on top of the world, but North Penn, unfortunately, losing on their homecoming night, it definitely does not look good. So, I mean, North Penn's definitely going to look to give a response to this next week against their opponent next week. So, I'm excited to see what happens there with that game.
Absolutely. On North Penn, we also saw a 2-touchdown delivery from both number 6, Makai Cuffey, and number 22, Amir Major. You can tell that North Penn is visibly a bit distraught after this loss, especially on their homecoming night on their defending turf at Crawford Stadium, but I'm sure they're going to bring the heat next week.
And, I mean, the night's not over. There's still a lot left to bring North Penn's cheer back up, as we have our 5th quarter coming back to North Penn with the national championship winning band coming out onto the field to give a performance and hype up the crowd for what we just lost. So, I mean, the spirit's still going to be high going into the weekend and going into the long weekend, because Monday we have off for the Jewish holiday Rosh Hashanah. Happy holidays to everybody celebrating that holiday. It's an interesting game we saw, Jamie, and I mean, still on the field, we see North Penn walking off past the winners of CB West. And I'm sure CB West is feeling amazing right now, beating a team like North Penn, who continue to prove to have good coaching staff, as they just came off of a 12-1 season last year. So I'm sure CB West was happy to win this game.
Oh, yeah, they're absolutely on top of the world right now. They're currently taking a group photo in their end zone there as North Penn walks by.
And we see the band now starting to set up on the field. Looks like they have a lot of equipment, so it looks like it's going to be a very interesting performance here tonight. Definitely not something to miss. This is a national champion winning band, and they have a lot of talent to prove for it.
Okay. All right, boys, once they start doing the PA announcement about the marching knights, you can
Next week,
exit
North
the
Penn
gate
is
saying,
Next week, North Penn's going to travel to CB South and look to take down the Titans and bring their record back up to 3-3. North Penn's got some work to do until then, as they saw a bit of their weaknesses, but also we've seen a lot of their strengths tonight. Several players have just made an impact on this game and definitely brought it home for North Penn with the scores they did bring. But at the same time, there have been a few key players that look to be a bit off their game tonight. So let's see how they change what happened tonight and look to improve next week.
Once again, we want to thank you for tuning in. This concludes our coverage of high school football. Once again, I want to reiterate that CB West Bucks took away a victory against the North Penn Knights with a score of 35-14. We will now hand things over to the North Penn Marching Knights. We will continue to broadcast their performance, but that will do it for us. I have been Jamie King here with Ryan Van Dame. Good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for sticking around here at Crawford Stadium to see your 2022 North Penn Marching Knights. We have a special homecoming treat for you this evening. The Knights will be debuting their 2022 competitive show, In the Air. The band was led onto the field by drum majors Brendan Diffley, Gite Choi, and Athena Kwan. This year's production includes the music of Coldplay, Mason Bates, Phil Collins, and Frank Tikelli. The band is directed by Joe Santinello and Sean Haddad. Show design is by Rich Hammond, Matt Hurley, and Bobby Jones. Drum majors, is the band ready? They are! North Penn Marching Knights, who will proudly debut In the Air.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 North Penn Marching Knights! The Marching Knights will debut this competitive performance tomorrow night at the U.S. Band Show at Quakertown High School. North Penn plays at 8:15 p.m. We hope to see you there.